Hello everyone, today we're going to start our journey in Astrobotanica. In this game you're a blue cat alien who crash landed onto Earth, and you have to use your herbology skills to help cure humans. And the game is also set very far into the past. Let's get started. Here we are crash landing in our pod.
Warning, vital signs unstable. CO2 levels below safe threshold. Immediate intervention required.
That ain't good. Alright, let's grab our scanner. Scan this blueberry plant. It is a green lung. We can grab that. And then let's turn off this awful noise here.
Multifunction scanning device online.
There we go. And this is where it teaches you the main mechanic of the game. You can mix.
Emergency life support active. Outside atmosphere unstable for long-term exposure.
Alright, thanks game. You can mix certain berries and other vegetables together and get some tonic. So grab that, drink it up, and this will give us the oxygen we need.
Recommend maintaining
Well, the CO2 anyway.
and carrying essential tonics.
Which, no actual oxygen, but it kind of works similarly, I suppose. I have to open up the map. There is dialogue for the character, and it seems pretty funny. I just wish it was voiced, but that will probably be added later in the game. Along the way, there's other plants we can identify, like some weird broccoli, as well as a moon shard. Now, what you may have noticed is that they can do different things. This one has healing and stamina, and they do a different amount from the broccoli, for example, but they also have aspects, which will come in later. But pay attention to the color there. Alright. We have met our very first human. What's up? Grok. You can hold down to scan. Now we see that he is very sick. He has an upper respiratory infection, which ain't good. But you can see up there, there's different color combinations. And there is a red bar filling up this illness meter.
Subject status life-threatening. Aspect clusters identified. Outpatient treatment recommended.
And this is where these aspects come into play. So currently, all three things we scanned will help cure his upper respiratory infection. However, this is where things changed a little bit from the demo, I guess. Let's gather up a bunch of these moon shards. And we'll head back to the life pod that we crash landed in. And I'll explain why. So back at the mixing table, as you can see, we can only mix one thing together right now. And the more we put in there of a single item, the higher the dose will be. So let's create that. Grab the mix. So during the demo, when you had this quest, you had to get all three aspects onto one mixture in order to cure this dude. They changed it now to needing only one of the aspects. However, you do need a higher dose. So give him the medicine. Let's see if this is enough. Yes. Alright, find building tools by your ship. Rock feels gooder. Seeing and hearing much gooder. Thank you, son of bird. Oh, in the garden I need proper tools. It's like we completely ignore this guy. Get back to our ship, get those building tools. And they are laying just around here, eh? Okay, water tank and some sort of hammer. Then we can only build a garden patch on grass, which would make sense. It's just the start of the game, so I'm just going to place one. And then we need seeds as well. And we also have a watering device. Do we have any seeds on us? Yeah, we have moonshard seeds. For some reason, we cannot grow anything when we have the building hammer. I guess that is locked for us. Alright, let's water those. There we go. And it already wants us to build a work table. How much is that going to cost? Some rocks and sticks. You may have also noticed we've been gathering some of these research points when we are scanning plants. That is for the primal, which is a technology tree. But alright, let's go gather up some rocks and sticks. And honestly, finding these is a lot harder than you'd think, because we cannot just pick up any rock. So they changed this part quite a bit, where we walk up. This is where we need to put in a bunch of idols. It used to be a lot more, I guess, open. Like idols that you see down there. There's actually a lot. Well, I say a lot, I think it was like 5. If anything, we should probably get some healing in us soon, as well as CO2. Something I never thought I would say. We need 4 more sticks. Well, luckily CO2 also goes up when we're inside here. Drink this one, that should heal us up. Well, heal us up somewhat at least. Let's continue looking for sticks. Clawwater Bay. I hope we're gonna need a lot of rocks, because I've been finding a ton of those. Just wish it was sticks instead. Oh, there's something shiny back there. What is this? A puzzle collectible. I will collect the stone tablet, I guess. It's not something we hold in our inventory. I guess it's just a random collectible for on the map here? Or maybe it's getting stored in like some special inventory. I don't know. I don't see any sticks on the beach. But I see a crab. Which is probably the claw part of the beach name. Ooh, another plant we haven't identified yet. Lunar mint. Oh, what the heck? Hello, kiwi boy. What's up? Scan, scan, scan. There we go. We didn't get anything for that? Well, let's get the heck out of here. We have enough sticks after all. Probably for now, honestly, because I imagine it wants us to create tools after this. So there we go. Yeah, craft a tool. Craft pickaxe specifically. We need a flint blade, some rope, and a stick. So we need flint to get that. Alright. Then we need some twine as well. Do we have a bunch of that? Oh, we have plant fibers. Okay. Flint. I think that was in the cave. So let's head inside one of these and let's just check it out. If anything, there should be some goodies around here. Refill water tank. Yeah, we may as well do that. Here's another one of those tablets. I collect that. Are those death spikes still down here? Yeah, they are. Alright, do not jump down there. Oh, I found one of the chests. What's inside? Saturn leaves, flint, and a totem piece. Hell yeah. Still, I'd rather find flint laying on the ground so we kind of know whereabouts we can get it. There's a ton of rocks around. I probably should not be picking all of these up, just because it's gonna overload me real quick. Oh, apparently our scanner runs on battery or something. Our flashlight just gave out. Well, I guess that's fine. I don't really see anything else around here. As for that totem piece we got, it's not in our inventory. Interesting. But I can craft with this, right? Yes. Alright, so that's one of the totem pieces found. Also getting nighttime, which not really ideal. Alright, I guess back to this problem. Oh, I see. Twine can be researched here. We make some of that. We still need one more. So we can make a flint blade. And for the pickaxe, we just need 2 rope. So we need 4 more twine, which means 8 more of the plant fiber. I guess seeing as that is the case, I would love to get storage. Of course we would need sticks. Is there a way for us to skip the night in here? No? Alright, well, it's time to harvest everything as well. Do I want to pick up the puzzle piece? Yeah, that's what I thought. This one goes in our inventory. Alright, I'm not picking those up yet. I thought maybe because the other ones do go into like a special inventory, maybe that one would have. I will say it's actually a lot harder than you'd think to get plant fiber. This is why I wanted to have the chest. We're gonna get so many items. Specifically all the ingredients here. Alright, I think we got enough now. So we turn all our plant fiber into twine. And turn all of that into ropes. Back to tools. Right, I used up the stick in order to make the chest. Right, I've located the stick. There we go. Tutorial complete. Next step, free roam. I love that. Alright, so we completed that. Do we not have a pickaxe anymore? It is not in my inventory. Do we just have it by default? Use pickaxe. Or is it one of these tools? No. Oh, it's on the floor. Okay. There we go. And now we get some wood. Well, nice, I guess. We don't actually need this, to be honest. Not right now, anyway. Alright, we can now unlock a bunch of things. I did not actually mean to unlock that yet. Well, I don't really feel like building a house just yet. A 20% chance to get a bonus harvest. That's actually a pretty good skill to start out with. 25% tonic duration. I don't think that's necessary just yet. This one could be good as well, the compass interface. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for that, because a huge part of this game is finding puzzle elements as well as other things. Those are the other ones. +5 inventory slots or backpack slots. Stamina consumption while sprinting. More aiming is reduced. And knowledge gain. We should probably get knowledge gain next. Should have probably gotten that first, to be honest. I'm gonna turn a couple of these moon shards into a healing potion, because I want to have full HP. And then I guess first things first, Let's go gather up all these puzzle pieces, so that one can get out of the inventory. Remember right, there was one around here. This is also where it shows how you have to place them down. There is one up there. There is one in the dodo nest in the back here. And while we're at it, may as well grab the green lung. There's also a puzzle piece right next to this spot. They did make it a lot harder to see, actually. So this one has to go at the top. You can see in the inventory slot at the bottom left, you can see on his mouth the little monster icon. So it has to go to the top side. So that goes right there. This one has swirly pattern. That goes next to it on the right side. This one has like one of those sticky slappy hands, which goes on the left side of the monster. Then we also have a rupee, which goes underneath the swirly. And then we have one more spot, and that one wasn't marked, but that one should be easy enough. Just how to get there is the question, though, because it's right there, and I think I tried this so many times, but it's like nigh on impossible to make that jump. For me, at least. So what I will be doing is I'll be making a couple tonics, because one, I need the stamina back every time, and two, I'll probably die otherwise, because we need healing. I don't remember how we did it last time. I think I just kept throwing myself at the problem, and then eventually it just worked. You know what I just remembered? We have a double jump. I haven't been using that at all. I don't think I really noticed this during the demo either. Which, you know, is probably how I kept killing myself. It's just one of those things that doesn't feel like it really needs it. But there's also a stone tablet here, so that's good. So I guess technically this jump, I think, is possible without double jumping then. As I didn't do that before. You can see a little swirly pattern above the stamina bar. When that is full, we can double jump. So it seems like we can get a second double jump at some point. Alright, let's place this down. Water source unlocked. Yes, that did do something down below here. You can see now there's water spewing out. Which, pretty nice. We didn't have access to that before. I'm also not really farming much, so it really didn't do much for us. But we can now refill our water tank here. And as you can see on the map, that is 1 out of 7 puzzles completed. So I'd say, why don't we just keep on exploring? So basically what I want to get done first is all the stuff we did during the demo. So there is one over here. Watch out for that poison plant. This puzzle, or this ruin, I guess is what this is. It also has a separate icon that you can see at the top of our screen. But there's only 4 of these, so that's kind of interesting. But we have to get some orbs and throw them into these holes. One of them should be up here. Yep. Push this one over. One, no, don't. Roll in here. There we go. The next one was on top here. There's some stairs. Well, stairs didn't go up much, I guess. But if we climb all the way up the cliff, we can get our stone tennis ball looking thing. Push the orb in there. There we go. And then the next one, from what I remember, was kind of, I wouldn't say hard or difficult to get. More annoying because it is poisonous plant. As it is right here. So let's try to push it around a little bit. This should be the last of the orbs as well. I'm not 100% sure what this unlocks. Because I don't think that was part of the demo yet. Sunspire Orb Ruins. Map open. Oh, it just is a map unlock. Oh, that's good. That's actually a huge chunk of the map as well. Alright, let's do this starting to sound like Dark Vader, so let's get in here. Alright, I made a couple of the tonics. All different, so it doesn't really stack nicely, I suppose. According to the map, there should be something we can look at. Well, I'm not sure actually where exactly this is. The compass just does kind of, or is kind of weird like that. Points us more to that direction. However, I just want to go to this beach. Because there should be a cave near the shore here. I guess we also have this part. Why does it look so weirdly foggy turquoise? Let's go on investigation real quick. This is a part I haven't been to. I think it was locked off during the demo. But it should be open to us now. Ooh, new plant. The Crimson Orb. I've also noticed we got enough for the knowledge gain increase. We can climb up these... Well, I wouldn't say they're vines. Like, roots? But why is the question? I don't really trust most of the terrain here. It seems like we can go here, though. The double jump wait timer is so incredibly long. And then when you mess something up like that, it feels like such a pain. What is around here, though? There's more roots back here. It goes 2 ways. I can see another island. I think currently there's only one main island, though. So that must be somewhere we can explore later in future updates. Alright, there we go. We got some cosmic carmine seeds. I haven't found those yet. I'm guessing this is where the other side of the vines led us? Oh, it seems like it probably would have been a lot easier, actually. Or no, never mind. What is this? An idol. That is another collectible. So what I really like about this game is it isn't your typical survival game. One, of course, you know, you have herbology, which in and of itself, I guess, isn't that rare. But it seems to be like the central mechanic. However, what I really think is the central, I guess, selling piece to make this game unique is it plays more like a collectathon rather than a survival game. Cannot swim. We might be boned here, actually. If we stick around here? Nope. I'm stuck. Please help. Blech. Let's hope we don't lose our items. Oh man, we lost some. We lost some knowledge. Doesn't seem like we're losing items though, so I suppose that's good. Anyway, let's head back to the shore. And instead of climbing that, let's go the other way. As right here, there is a cave. This is the Moonstone Cavern. And this should house one of our next, like, puzzle obstacles. Right, we had this dangerous death trap that we can just walk around. Love that's still a thing. Keep seeing these glowy mushrooms. I don't want to scan them. You can't. Alright, going up farther, there's 2 ways. The right side, however, leads to a chest. That's where we're going first. This gives us the totem wings and a ton of knowledge. Automatically map ruins? Yes, please. Seems like the next one isn't in the game yet. And I got a fatal error. The last autosave was 10 minutes ago. So how much did I lose exactly? I think we went to those roots. So what I think what happened is I clicked on that icon of the skill that isn't unlocked yet. Maybe that is something that crashed. Or that is why it crashed, rather. However, before we unlock our next skill... Actually, this one was fine. I'm gonna unlock the faster learning. But yeah, before we unlock the next skill, I'm gonna save the game. Just in case. But there we go again. We got the chest. These crimson orbs are actually pretty good. They give us stimulating, which decreases stamina consumption. That ain't too bad. So I'll be grabbing these. And then we go back the semi-save way. Ow. Well, I double jumped a bit early there, but we're still kind of safe. Talking about save. Alright, I saved the game. Let's unlock this. Alright, that on its own is fine. Yes, it is this second one. I double-clicked it a couple times, and it looked like it was fine for a little while, but then it's not. Alright, it's good that we know that. So don't mess around with stuff that isn't unlocked in the game yet. Alright, well, back to the cave we go. We got some stuff to finish up here after all. Casually walk around the dangerous trap. Grab the chest. And with that, we are back where we were before. Alright, farther into the cave, we come to this puzzle right here. For this one, we have to match the shapes to what you see on the wall. So, for example, we slide all of these up, making a full circle, as that it needs to be a full circle. And there we go. We completed the moon puzzle. That brings up a big boy chest. And hooray, another totem piece. And a ton of knowledge points. We get some bonus knowledge for repeatable actions, like harvesting. Yes, we do that a lot. I'm kind of afraid now to interact with this menu, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, this puzzle is done. There is another exit here. We hit the lever, nice. Pulls us away right above where the deadly trap is at. I think technically with that we completed everything I did during the demo. So let's just do some exploring. So there are these little small islands. I don't think there was anything before. Yeah, we cannot go farther than that. So I guess there still isn't anything. There was a puzzle somewhere over on that side of the shore. However, I don't see that anymore. That must have been moved. There were a couple of rocks here, and there was something like you have to press berry juice in a cup or in a bowl. But I don't see that anymore. I think we're going to need a separate chest for just these items. Let's see, if I toss these on the ground, can I scan them? No. Find the plant to scan them. Because we can mostly finish up the totem pole now, right? Yeah, we're just missing one part, which is that bird part. Alright, so I was planning to go out, however, it is getting nighttime. That probably isn't a smart idea. I really need some other storage chests. This one just costs a couple planks. Actually, it costs logs too, I think. Let's build it, and I guess we'll see. Yeah, so it's gonna cost us some wooden pegs, which is made in the work table? Oh yeah, it is. Costs a couple sticks. That's not ideal. It just costs one. Okay, well then it's less bad. And then wooden planks, so it isn't just straight up wood. Those were made in here too. We can actually turn all of them into planks. It's just one. We need one more, of course we do. Let's find... there it is. There's so many noises in this game, man. But I don't think there's actually, like, hostile enemies. Besides these plants, of course. Those plants can feck off. But I don't think there's, like, any actual hostiles. Alright, sweet. I think I'm gonna turn this chest, the old one we had, into a seed storage. And preferably it can also hold a couple resources while it's at it. And then the new one, which is a lot bigger, nice, that can house all of our plant materials, because we're gonna get so many of these. And then while it's nighttime, I think I'm just gonna go around the place here and collect as many of the plants as I can. Oh, would you look at that, I found an idol here. Oh, still around the spawn area too. Well then, our sea chest is full. We very probably need a separate one like this. Just for seeds, and then one for building materials. Our crops grew. Nice. Seems like they keep growing back. Well, since that is the case, go gather up some of these we have not identified. And I'm also just looking at it. We haven't got any green lung seeds yet, so I wonder if those just are not in the game. Anyway, let's go plant some of these other seeds we found. Water map. How long is this going to take? 3 full days? That's actually kind of a long time. Ooh, can we already use the scanner on this? Oh, sweet. The cosmic carmine.